Hello, everyone. This is Neil Kilbey and Peter Schmitz, who's still playing with his lighting.
No, I'm here. I'm ready to go, Neil.
Hi, everyone. We're talking on Chapter 4 today of Claude Hopkins' Scientific Advertising. And his headline for the Chapter 4 is Mail Order Advertising, What It Teaches Us. Now, this is your area, Peter, because you were there when they were first starting to engrave things on rocks. And then it was quite an expensive
on rocks. Wow, okay.
So it was quite an expensive process back in the day. So there was a tremendous amount of discipline. Now, you were genuinely within that environment. And I mean, like Claude Hopkins is 100 years ago. You were a few weeks after that. Do you want to give everybody a couple of indicators?
Are you done? Yeah. So I'm not quite 100 years ago, but I did start my career in the direct mail business. And so to your point, the point you were trying to make so eloquently was that the cost of mailing, you had to be very disciplined or you wasted an awful lot of money quickly because, to put 1,000 pieces of mail in the mail cost, $400 or $500. And so you needed 25,000 pieces to get a reliable statistical number, because if you got a 0.5% to 1% response, you had to get enough responses to know that your numbers were going to be reliable, because we would typically go, Neil, from a 25,000 piece test to 200 to 300 to 400,000 pieces of mail. And now you're talking about some serious money. And I actually had clients that ended up mailing 5 and 6 million pieces. And we didn't do that unless we knew within 95% confidence we were going to get a 0.9% response rate to make it profitable. And that's where the science came from. And that's what Claude preached about. We didn't make decisions based on what we liked or didn't like. We've made our decisions based on what the results, the statistics showed us.
Now,
Neil, it was quite, just let me finish this thought. It was quite common for advertising agencies to come and test against us. We were a direct mail shop. That's all we did was direct mail. And these guys would create, colorful brochures and nice inserts, fancy letters, all this stuff. And they would never win on a cost per order basis. They might win on a response rate, but the cost of their package was way more than ours. So we won on a cost per order basis. And that's how we got paid back in the day. But my point is the numbers did the talking. Didn't matter what if I liked this package or that package. There were times we tested 7, 8 different creative packages. It was fun times. Totally different than today.
Right. I was just trying to get my opinion in there, being as we were talking about opinions. Okay. And
please.
That opinions don't really count, because the discipline gave you the answers. The responses that you got were so expensive to achieve that you took note of them.
Well, but expensive was true, but the results, the statistics, the data, however you want to call it, the numbers told us which one won. And the same is true in today. The smart marketers on Facebook look at the numbers. They don't what they like or dislike. They let the results tell them which one worked. And so that discipline hasn't changed. But what we were talking about earlier is people have gotten less disciplined because the cost to try stuff on Facebook, you can start for $5 a day. You're not wasting a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean, we're not even talking in fractions. We're talking, minute percentages of what it was costing just 200-300 years ago when you were active. And So
it's a good thing I look good for my 100 years plus age.
You do. You look fantastic.
It's the camera. It's the camera.
It probably is. But the important bit there, the two big takeaways are that opinions are fine as a starting point, but they aren't where we end up. We always test against the market, and the same disciplines that existed when it was extremely expensive, the great and good people are still using exactly the same disciplines.
Yes, without a doubt.
But a lot of people are just getting into the market because it's cheap and don't really have that discipline and therefore don't get the results.
Right.
Okay, I think that's the important bit is that we're looking for the results, not just the fact that it's cheap is the answer. So once we get in the good results, we scale and scale and scale.
There you go. That's
okay. Fantastic, Peter. That was brilliant to reminisce about Victorian times. It was a great episode on your behalf. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.